You want to buy a new SUV and you need to build up your savings. What should you do? Welcome to Tug-of-War Tuesday, when we tackle the tensions and unsolvable problems in life. These videos will equip you to think differently, make better decisions, and resolve conflicts. So, you want a new car and you want financial security. It seems like if you choose one, you can't have the other. That's the tug of war in your head. In today's episode, you'll learn why conflicts like this aren't problems to solve with only one right answer. And you'll start building confidence to make decisions that work best for you. Now, this specific conflict boils down to this: do you spend or do you save? Regardless of the amount of money involved, it represents a situation where you're trying to balance between two options you value. There's other examples we encounter in life, like prioritizing my work or prioritizing my family. Use tough love or gentle love with the kids. At work, there's a push-pull to choose between cost and quality, the individual and the team. Leaders are challenged to decide when to take control and when to let go. What's challenging is that both options or both sides are important and beneficial. Both sides have benefits and drawbacks. We want the upsides, yet too much of a good thing can create problems. Let me give you an example I guarantee you can relate to. Every moment we're alive, we're either inhaling or exhaling. Actually, when I think about it, I prefer to inhale. So if you do too, let's inhale together. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Well, that didn't work. So maybe I should exhale. Let's do that together. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling, keep exhaling. Well, that didn't work either. Inhaling and exhaling. Each option felt good in its own unique way, but choosing just one didn't work. Well, it turns out there's a third way that's better than either one. It's called breathing. When we choose the best of both without discarding the other, our quality of life improves. I like to use breathing as an example of making decisions and resolving conflict. Now, let me say up front, I'm not talking about solvable conflicts such as what movie should I see, or do I want a burger or Chinese? How should we stack the dishes in the dishwasher? John Gottman, author of The Relationship Cure, labels that type of decision as solvable because they're less painful, gut-wrenching, or intense. Most of us can weigh the pros and cons and make a decision, eventually. In this series, I'll be focusing on conflicts where what we value is at stake. For example, in deciding between a new SUV and building a savings account, what values might be competing? Well, for one thing, freedom to choose what I want and control. Working for joy and working for security. Living in the moment and planning for the future. Do you see how all of these values can be important at the same time? That's the internal tug of war I'm talking about. How do you resolve a conflict when it seems you have to prioritize one value over another, when both options are worthwhile and contribute to a good life? And by the way, it's challenging enough when we're making decisions alone. It's even more complicated when the other end of the rope is held by another person with their own set of values. So other videos in the Tug-of-War Tuesday series will help you think differently, make better decisions, and resolve conflicts together. So let's get back to the decision from the top of the video: spend or save. You may be trying to make a similar decision. Do you take that vacation to Disneyland or put money aside for the kids' education? Do I buy that designer handbag that's on sale or put the money toward the credit card balance? Whatever the tug of war playing out in your life right now, pause for a moment and think about what's at stake. In this example, what might be the best outcome for each option? If you spend, well, some of the best options could be enjoying your life, having the freedom to choose. The option of saving offers financial security and no debt worries. Now, what would be your greatest disappointment if you took one of the options to an extreme? Well, on one hand, if all I did was spend money, I'd probably be adding a lot of stress and anxiety in my life. At some point, I might be facing bankruptcy. But if all I do is save, I'll feel like I'm missing out and enjoying life. You know, whether you're aware of it or not, that's what happens when you're trying to make a decision and resolve a conflict. You think about how the new SUV will look, smell, and shine through the sunroof. So great. Then you remember the monthly payments, increased insurance, and you begin to feel the pressure of spending. So now your thinking flips to all the other good reasons why you should invest the money instead. You calm down and begin to imagine your savings account growing until you think about missing the fun and freedom of a new car, and you're pulled back in that direction. You're caught in a tug of war. So what do? Here's the thing. This is not a solvable conflict. It's a decision to manage. The tension of the two competing values or sides leads you to think that one option is the winner and the other is a loser. Dr. Stephen Covey, author of the acclaimed book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, warns us. To the winner, it might look like success for a while, but in the long run, it breeds resentment and distrust. Now, we can understand that when there's two people involved in the conflict, but it's also true when it's a decision you're making yourself. The stress and tension of the mental tug of war as you try to choose one versus the other can undermine your confidence in your ability to make decisions and paralyze you from taking action. So, from your mentor Jane, here's the learning moment. Drop the rope, which means take the pressure off yourself to know the right answer. Chances are good that there isn't just one. Then ask yourself 2 questions. Which choice will get me closer to the upside of both of my values, to enjoy my life and enjoy future security? And which choice will lead me to greater disappointment in life? Now, when I'm at this point, I usually pray and ask God to help me think more clearly, to sense what He thinks is best for me, and to give me some sort of peace when I decide. I'd be lying if I told you I always wait for divine guidance and peace. And I'm telling you the truth when I say my best decisions come when I do. Finally, when you're ready to move, accept that you probably cannot know with 100% certainty that you're doing the right thing. Now, here's what I hope you're taking away from today's video. I hope you understand more clearly that you never reach a point, no matter how old, educated, rich, or successful you are, when your decisions are totally clear. Life is complex, so are people. It may be frustrating and frightening, but conflict is normal. So be kind to yourself and to others who struggle with trying to do the right thing. And doing the right thing means you are living consistent with your values. When you feel pulled into a tug of war because it seems like you have to choose one value over another, it's important to understand what values you're trying to honor. You may discover there's another way to get what you want. In this case, the enjoyment of the SUV and the security of financial freedom. By the way, one person I know rented an SUV for a month, enjoyed every minute of it, then decided to put aside more cash for a few more months and wait till the new model year to purchase their dream vehicle, the third option. Finally, life can come at us fast, and before you know it, you're under pressure to make an important decision. I've learned there's almost always more time than I think to pause, consider all the options, ask and wait for divine guidance. Then you can step forward, confident that you're doing the best you can. Join me for the next Tug-of-War Tuesday when we tackle the tensions and unsolvable problems in life and equip you to think differently, make better decisions, and resolve conflicts. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll call me my mentor, Jane, and if this video has been helpful, please subscribe and share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching.